जय जगन्नाथ सर।
जय जगन्नाथ।
Good evening, sir.
गुड इवनिंग।
सर प्रणाम सर।
प्रणाम।
Pranam, sir.
प्रणाम सर।
प्रणाम।
Good evening, sir.
गुड इवनिंग। So now it is 5 and 5. So good evening everybody. Let us start. So we will discuss
Good
today,
evening, sir.
good evening, about the research proposal or how you will prepare a synopsis, synopsis. It is the part of your process of study that you have to write the research report, that is called dissertation. It carries 100 marks. So first you have to submit this synopsis under a qualified supervisor or guide. If it is approved, then you have to start the work and submit the report, that is called dissertation, and you will be called for the viva, and you have to appear at the viva test, and the final mark will be given there. The external examiners will award you a grade. So when the research proposal or synopsis comes to our mind, that is the plan of action of the research topic that you are going to undertake. Unless you do the plan of action, it is not possible to carry out the research work on a particular problem. So, at the outset, you must have to decide what to do and how to do. That is your synopsis, a research proposal you have to submit to the IGNOU. So this is the concept of synopsis research proposal, that without research proposal or synopsis, the research activities cannot be carried out. A plan of action. So the plan of action depends on you, and on the basis of the plan of action, you have to move forward. So in the synopsis, you have to select a problem. There are various educational phenomena. Out of the educational phenomenon, you have to select a particular problem. Maybe relating to the classroom situation, maybe relating to the teacher, maybe to the relating to the various variables, maybe philosophical, maybe sociological, maybe measurement based on measurement, maybe based on evaluation or assessment process that is going on, or the educational policy that has been recommended, new education policy, and so on and so forth, or history of education, women education, tribal education, and so many problems will come up. Do you listen me? Do you hear me or not?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So at the outset, let us spell out. Let me speak a particular problem, a number of problems. Suppose a problem like a study of the attitude of the students towards and achievement in any subject, maybe in English, maybe in mathematics, maybe in science, maybe social science. Would you understand this particular problem? Attitude of the study of the attitude of the in any class 8 or class 9 students towards and achievement in science. That means there are two variables. Here one is attitude is one variable, and achievement in a particular discipline is other variable. Similarly, you can also select a problem, say the opinion of the teacher towards the new education policy. It will be also a problem. Opinion of the or attitude of the different communities towards women education. Environmental awareness of the secondary school students. Study of the environmental awareness of the secondary school students. Another problem. Similarly, the development of women education in Odisha during the last 5 years. Similarly, the attitude of the parents towards education. So there are a number of problems that you can undertake. Could you understand all these problems that I have spelled out? That I have spelled out number of problems. Study of the study habit on the achievement in a particular subject. Maybe science, maybe mathematics, or maybe social science, maybe language subjects. Study of the school climate and the achievement of the learners. This is another problem. The attitude of the primary school teachers towards their profession. Another problem. Attitude of the secondary school teachers towards their profession. Another problem. Attitude of the teachers towards the profession and their success in the profession. Another problem. So I have told you the number of problems relating to education. Or say education according to Gandhi and its implication in the present system of education. Education policy of Aurobindo and its present relevance to the society. The education policy of Tagore and its relevance to the present system of education. Education according to Rousseau and its relevance to the present context. So, or the impact of the activity centered learning on the achievement that you are practicing in the schools. So these are the problems I have told. So many problems, and according to your suitability, you have to select the problem. Okay, first you have to select a problem which must have relevant to the present context. Irrelevant problems should not be taken, which shall not be relevant to the present context. What happens? All the students who are pursuing MA education, they are searching for a supervisor and guide. Since there is no remuneration for the supervisor and the guide by IGNOU, so nobody is interested. So what happens? This is my experience. Some supervisors are that demands money from you. So this is not the professional ethics, and they give you a copy of a dissertation which has been done earlier, and you note it down and present this, submit this particular dissertation. So it is not that difficult task to prepare a synopsis. And I do not know why the faculty, the members of the education faculty are reluctant to be the supervisor or the guide for your dissertation work. So you have been provided a format for the preparation of the synopsis. Accordingly, you have to prepare the synopsis. First, you have to write down the problem, title of the problem. It is clear? Title of the problem, it must be written first. Is it clear? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Then introduction. Introduction, while writing the introduction of any problem, that is, you have to mention the rationale, rationale, rationale of the problem. Why have you selected this problem? Under what circumstances this problem comes to your mind? For example, I have told you the attitude of the teacher towards teaching profession. It is observed that while writing this rationale, it is observed that teachers are not doing their work properly. The classroom transaction is not effective. Once they enter into the service, there is a guarantee that the service will not be terminated. Besides that, the government has given so many responsibility to the teachers. As a result, the teachers are totally fed up with the system. And at times what happens, there are different categories of teachers, government school teachers, English medium school teachers, Saraswati Sishu Mandir school teachers, aided school teachers, block grant teachers, and so many categories of teachers. When there is a provision for equal pay for equal work, so why such differences will be observed? So it naturally develops a not proper attitude towards the teaching profession. The students rather uh, suffer. And there is a dearth of appointment of teachers in different primary schools. Suppose there are 3 classes, one teacher is appointed. And how do you expect that the teacher will satisfy all the students of all the classes? So naturally, the proper attitude is not developed in the teacher. And some teachers are there highly qualified, but they are appointed as the contractual teachers after 6 years. they will be regularized. Now, I think the contractual teacher system has been abolished. Whether it is actually in the ground, it is abolished or not, I do not know. But however, if it is not abolished, but they are given basic pay only, not as par with the regular teachers. So there is a discrepancy. Naturally, these are the circumstances for which he has developed a low positive attitude towards teaching profession. When a low positive attitude develops towards the teaching profession, so naturally the teacher will not be a successful teacher or an effective teacher. So you can write in the interview, you have justify, rationale, justification of the selecting the problems. So for the above reason, we have I have I don't use the researcher, okay, or the investigator. Don't use I or etc. Always you have to use the researcher or the investigator has selected the problem under such circumstances. Okay, it is a clear introduction. At the introduction stage,
Yes,
what do
sir.
you write for any problem? Suppose another problem, as I have told you, that attitude of the parents towards the education of the children. Suppose you select various samples from urban, rural, first generation learner, second generation learner, and so on. Those who are working in the field, they are not qualified. So they want that their children should help them in their work or to rear the child. If there is a girl child and another child is born, they and the parents go to the work. So there should be somebody else to look after the another second child. And the girl child takes the responsibility to rear the child. As a result of which, he is deprived of going to the schools. This is the attitude. So some parents think that the more you get qualification, the more you have to afford the dowry. Because as par with the qualification of the girl, you have to select a groom. And the society as so polluted, so degenerated, rather you can say. Now the system, the dowry system is increasing day by day. It starts from the upper class. They show their status in the society. So they start it because they have much money. That is black money. And they spend the black money. And there is no difference whether they uh, spend less money or more money. In this way, the introduction, the rationale of the problem must be at the introduction stage, must be written. Why have you selected? What is the reason? What circumstances compelled you to select this type of a problem? It is clear introduction or rationale of the problem. Is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear or not? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, এটা introduction ଦେଇକି ଲେଖା ହବ ନା rational of the problem ଦେଇକି
ନା
ଲେଖା ହବ?
introduction ଲେଖିବ introduction ଲେଖିବ ତା ଦେହରେ rational ଗୋଟେ ପାର୍ଟ ରଖିବ
ଆଜ୍ଞା sir.
ହେଲା introduction ତାର ପାର୍ଟରେ rational ଲେଖିବ or justification ଲେଖିବ ତାପରେ ଆସିବା statement of the problem. Second is statement of the problem where you can write the title of the problem. Okay? If the title, as I have told you, attitude of the teacher towards teaching profession, so you can write this, then you can elaborate. The positive attitude makes the teacher successful. The negative attitude does not make the teacher successful. So the attitude always must be positive for doing any work or in any profession. So accordingly, you have to write the statement or definition of the problem. Okay, it is clear? Statement or definition of the problem.
Yes, sir.
Then you write
Yes, sir.
operational definition of the concept or terms used. Then you write operational definitions of the concept or terms used. Here, attitude of the teachers towards teaching profession. How many operational terms are used here? One is attitude. One is, or the second is teacher. And the third is professor. So these concepts are used in this problem. So you have to define what is attitude. Attitude is the inner disposition of the individual towards any object, event, or person. The inner disposition that cannot be changed easily. Suppose let us compare two communities, Hindu and Muslim communities. Hindu community has some negative attitude towards the Muslim communities and vice versa. Muslim community has the negative attitude towards the Hindu communities. In our gene, that's why I have to explain the innate disposition, ଅନ୍ତର୍ନିହିତ ଆମ ରକ୍ତ ମଜା ଭିତରେ ରହିଛି ଏଟା. Because we have seen the Muslim rulers, we have read the history, how the Muslim rulers were cruel and mercilessly killed the Hindus and abolished so many Hindu temples, and also they have oppressed the Hindu people. So out of that, you have heard from the when you take your birth, since your birth, you have been listening the particular facts. Similarly, the British rule in India, or this is the in our gene, I have told you gene is the carrier of various qualities. So in this way, you have to write to attitude, the concept of attitude. Then another is teacher. The teacher has the responsibility to transact the learning materials in the classroom situation to the best satisfaction of the teachers, learners. The teacher shapes the behavior of the children in the classroom situation and outside the classroom situation. The personality of the teacher also influences the personality of the learners. In this way, you can explain the concept of teacher, who is the guide, friend, and philosopher. Teacher is the guide, friend, and philosopher. That's how you observe the Teacher's Day on September 5th, 5th of September every year. That is the birthday of Radhakrishna. So we have regard towards the teacher, but those teachers who are not transacting the learning materials effectively don't have the regard towards the teacher. We have remembered certain teachers who have really influenced our personality and also changed our lifestyle in the past. There are some great people in the society, those who are highly placed. If you conduct an interview with them, they can say this teacher in the primary class has changed my lifestyle. In those days, there was the punishment, but now the punishment is not there. Everybody is free from that punishment. The classroom is free from all sorts of fear. So, even if I ask you, all of you, you can also remind one of your best teacher, either in the primary class or secondary class or any class, any level. So you can define the teacher. Then let us come to the profession. Profession is not the occupation. The occupation, the persons who have some skills in the particular discipline, they are called professionals, like engineers, doctors, and also teaching is regarded as profession as the teacher knows how to transact the learning materials. Technical know-how, that is called your technical know-how, teaching know-how, so that you can satisfy the students. You can arrest the attention of the young learners in the class for a particular period. If there are 40 students, so they listen to your learning materials, teachers' learning materials. In this way, you can define the various concepts used, the operational definitions of the terms of the concepts used. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
Then the next point is the review of related literature. Brief review of related literature. Why? What other researches have been conducted anywhere? You search for the Google
Sir, sir,
internet.
to know research gap,
Huh.
और
ହୁଁ
सर जो हमर रिपीटेशन रो बंचिया पे जो रिसर्च हम करिया जो
ହଁ
काले
ହଁ
से
ହଁ
रिसर्च टा पुणी हेतियो सेति पे हम
ହଁ
रिव्यू ऑफ लिटरेचर करता
yes. So you have to go through the internet and search it either abroad or in India where such type of problems similar, not same, the similar problems have been undertaken for the study and what is their findings. So you have to give in, we have to give in brief. That's why it is not your research writing, report writing. You should three or four the international study and national study you have to give. So the researcher has taken the study to ascertain the attitude of the teachers of Odisha or a particular district towards their profession. No study has been undertaken so far. So the researcher is very much interested to know the status, whether the teachers of our state have a positive or negative attitude towards the teaching profession. If there will be positive attitude, so the students will not suffer. There will be negative attitude, the students will suffer. So it is a fact that, and we have to find out what are the reasons for developing the negative attitude. With the overloaded with the various works, or not according to the qualification. Satisfaction is always related to the remuneration that you received according to qualification. And also you can see that regular teachers are not working. Why should I work? So it is also happening that negative attitude develops. They are getting 2 or 3 times salary than the contractual teachers or the initial teacher, but they are not doing their job properly. So there is anti-establishment attitude or anti-establishment attitude develops. So in this way, we have to write the review of related literature in brief. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
यस यस सर यस
Okay. Then let us come to the objectives. Now, research questions. Review of related literature. Then next point is research questions. What research questions are in your mind as a result of which you have selected this problem for your dissertation work? Okay. So you can start the following are the research questions to undertake the research problems. Whether the teacher has the positive attitude towards their teaching profession. One question. Whether the positive attitude makes the teacher a successful teacher. Second question. Whether positive attitude enables the teacher to transact the learning materials in the classroom situation effectively. Whether the positive attitude shapes the personality of the teacher, learners, whether the negative attitude say dishearten the learners, discourage the learners, or the learners are badly affected due to the negative attitude. Whether there must be whether the positive attitude and the profession, if the success in the profession are closely related and positively related. So these are the research questions that should be written in your synopsis. Is it clear? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear?
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍ ସାର୍ ଆମର ଯଦି ଏଇଟା କ୍ୱାଲିଟେଟିଭ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ଥାଏ ତାହେଲେ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ରଖିବୁ ଯଦି ଆମେ କ୍ୱାଣ୍ଟିଟେଟିଭ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ନେଲୁ ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ
ଆମେ
ହାଇପୋଥେସିସ୍
କ୍ୱାଣ୍ଟିଟେଟିଭ କରୁଛେ
ରଖିବୁ
କ୍ୱାଲିଟେଟିଭ କଥା ଆଲୋଚନା କରିବା। ଆମେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
କ୍ୱାଲିଟି
ସାର୍
କଥା ଆଲୋଚନା କରିବା ହେଲା
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
କ୍ୱାଲିଟି କଥା ଆଲୋଚନା କରିବା। Then the objectives. The next point is objectives. Here, while writing the synopsis, three things are closely related. Basing on the research questions, the objectives are to be formulated. And basing on the objectives, the hypotheses are to be formulated. The research questions, objectives, and hypotheses. Keep in your mind. Three concepts are very, very important. Then objectives. In the objectives, we can write in that particular problem to ascertain the attitude of the teachers towards the teaching profession. One objective. To ascertain the difference between the male and female teachers towards the teaching profession. To determine the difference between the urban and rural teachers towards the teaching profession. To find out the difference between the attitude of the male and female teachers in the rural areas towards their profession. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear
Yes,
or
sir.
not? जो
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ऑब्जेक्टिव
ସାର୍
लिखिबो ऑब्जेक्टिव सदाबले सिस्टमैटिक
Yes.
एकदम साइंटिफिकली लिखिବାକୁ ପଡିବ
କ୍ଲିୟର
रिसर्च
ହବା
क्वेश्चन
ଦରକାର
या ऑब्जेक्टिव से मस्ट बी ताकू चाहि के हम हाइपोथेसिस करे हाइपोथेसिस हला हमर ए टेंटेटिव सॉल्यूशन और ए सॉल्यूशन प्रपोजल फॉर सॉल्यूशन
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
यदि हम
ଆଜମ୍ପସନ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଏ
ऑब्जेक्टिव
ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍
हैं हां को
assumption of a problem but tentative
हां
solution of a
यस
problem
assumption for to solve the problem हमें प्रथम नेले the attitude of the urban teachers and rural teacher as a whole dita nele variable urban and rural ethi likhiba there is no significant difference between the urban and rural teachers towards their profession in respect of their attitude okay
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଅଛି
ହଁ କୁହ
ସାର୍ ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ଲେଖୁଛେ ହାଇପୋଥେସିସ୍ ଆମେ ଲେଖୁଛେ there is a no significance relationship between ବା there is a significance difference between
difference
significance ଲଗେଇବାର
ହଁ
सिग्निफिकेंस लगेबार कारण कोन एटा सिग्निफिकेंस टा
कारण
कोठी
हଉଛି
लागे
सिग्निफिकेंस ଆମେ କହିଛେ ତିନି ପ୍ରକାର ଆମେ ଲେଖିପାରିବା ହାଇପୋଥେସିସ୍।
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଟାଇପ ଲେଖିପାରିବା, ଗୋଟେ ଡିରେକ୍ସନ ଟାଇପ ଲେଖିପାରିବା, ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ନଲ ହାଇପୋଥେସିସ୍ ଲେଖିପାରିବା। ଏଇଟା ଯୋଉ ଦେयर ଇଜ नो କରୁଛେ ଆମେ ଏଟା ନଲ ହାଇପୋଥେସିସ୍ କରୁଛେ। ଆମେ ନଲ ହାଇପୋଥେସିସ୍ କଲେ ଆମକୁ ପ୍ରମାଣ କରିବାକୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଇଣ୍ଟରପ୍ରିଟେସନ କରିବାକୁ ହବ ଆମକୁ ଇଟ୍ ଉଡ୍ ବି ଇଜିୟର। ଓକେ, ସେଇଟା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଆକାରରେ ଆସିଲା ବା ଡିରେକ୍ସନାଲ ଟାଇପରେ ଆସିଲା ସେଇଟା କରିହବ, କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଇଟା ଆମକୁ ଟିକେ ସୁବିଧାଜନକ, ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ more easier for the statistical analysis and interpretation, the null hypothesis. Would you understand or not?
यस
Hello?
सर
Huh?
सर मो क्वेश्चन टा थिला मु जाने मते पचारि थिले कहले जो देयर इज नो सिग्निफिकेंस लागि थाए खाली डिफरेंस त हमें कहि थाउ किंतु
ना
सिग्निफिकेंस टा
डिफरेंस
कोन पे लागे
सिग्निफिकेंस एइट में लगाउछे आमे दिटा लेवल अछि हमर 0.05 लेवल 0.01
0.01
लेवल
आଜ୍ଞा
हैला।
सर
सेई लेवल जदि अधिका हला दैट इज सिग्निफिकेंट, जदि सेई लेवल कम हला से मूल्य रु कम हला ताहले दैट इज नो सिग्निफिकेंट। सेइत पे लगाउछे धर आमे गोटे मीन बाहरला 40 गोटे 45 बाहरला, दैट इज डिफरेंस, but you cannot say there is significant difference unless you test statistically. बुझिपारे तो आमे
यस सर
0.05 लेवल 0.01 लेवल पकई देखिबा जदि सेई 5 डिफरेंस टा प्रकृत से वैल्यू अपेक्षा बेसी होथिबो ताहले हम कहवा सिग्निफिकेंट। वुड यू अंडरस्टैंड और नॉट?
आज्ञा सर
बुझिपारे?
हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग पे 0.05
यस
0.01
यस हां 0.05 0.01 लेवल ए दीटा को नहीं
ई
कि
पके
हम कले हम सिग्निफिकेंस पाइबा, नले खाली डिफरेंस अदर एक मध्य डिफरेंस पाइ परिबा हमें गोटे 68 गोटे 69 अछि,
आज्ञा सर
दैट इज डिफरेंस पाइ परिबा हम किछ असुविधा नै। किंतु दैट इज whether it is significant difference or not, that must be tested statistically, and then we can find out or we can reject the hypothesis or accept the hypothesis. Are you clear now?
आज्ञा सर थैंक यू सर
ताले प्रथम नेले गोटे हाइपोथेसिस गोटे ऑब्जेक्टिव नै थिले रूरल अर्बन टीचर मानकर डिफरेंस to ascertain the attitude आमेले there is no significant difference between the rural and urban teachers towards their profession in respect of attitude. तापर नेले आमे male and female of urban teachers ताकू जाई कि आमे नबा हाइपोथेसिस नबा there is no significant difference between male and female teachers of urban areas towards their profession in respect of attitude. Clear?
आज्ञा
There
सर
is no significant difference between male and female teachers of rural area towards their profession in respect of their attitude. तीनटा ऑब्जेक्टिव नेले तीनटा हाइपोथेसिस नहीं गेले हैला सेठी जहा ऑब्जेक्टिव्स नेले हमें सेठी हाइपोथेसिस या नबा एवं सही हाइपोथेसिस उडा एनालिसिस इंटरप्रिटेशन करिबा. It's clear or not or any doubt? Tell me. It's the most important things.
यस सर क्लियर
All of you,
यस सर
others, clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
यस सर
तापर नबा हमें लिखिबा डिजाइन ऑफ द स्टडी. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट हैला डिजाइन ऑफ द स्टडी हैला. अंडर डिजाइन ऑफ द स्टडी सब हेडिंग हैला मेथड sorry type of research. Which type of research are you going to take, whether quantitative research or qualitative research? Here you write here our quantitative research ei particular problem kotha कहूची ei particular problem रे आमे नेले quantitative research then asila method here we can take this survey method that to know the status quo of the present condition, that is method. Which method do you propose to take? याकु सदा बेले आमे लिखिबा past tense लिखिबोनी सब future tense रे a survey method shall be followed for this problem. Okay, method गला तापर आसेला sample. So whether large sample or small sample, if 30 numbers will be taken, less than 30 numbers, then it is a small sample. If you take more than 30, then it is a large sample. Here we take the large sample shall be selected. ताले कौन करबा ताले equal number of then random sampling technique shall be selected at random. Equal number of male and female teachers from the urban areas and equal number of male and female teachers from the rural areas shall be selected as per the table given below. Table would occur the one urban एतिकी मेल नेले एतिकी फीमेल नेले 30 पर नेले भलो 30 तक हम स्मॉल सैंपल काहे कि नबा आ रूरल रो एतिकी टीचर खाली हला एतिक बुझिला तो सैंपल
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
सैंपल टेक्निक टा बुझिलो रैंडम सैंपलिंग ला रैंडम हम बाछि कि नेले जो स्कूल को चाहि कि हम सेमति किछ बाछि विचार करले एंड पर्पस भी लिखि देला भलो हबो पर्पस भी रैंडम सैंपलिंग टेक्निक shall be used. Is it clear? Then asiba
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
procedure. What procedure shall be followed? Then point asla amra procedure. So मन रहउछ ना लेखुछ do write your
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍ ଲେଖୁଛୁ
procedure.
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ ଡାଉଟ୍ ରହିଲା ସାର୍ ସାମ୍ପଲିଂ ନବା ଦିଟା ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍ ସାମ୍ପଲିଂ ଆମେ ଗୋଟିଏ ପ୍ରକାର ସାମ୍ପଲିଂ ୟୁଜ କରିବା ନା ସାମ୍ପଲିଂ ବହୁତ ପ୍ରକାର ସାମ୍ପଲିଂ ଅଛି ନନ୍
गोटे
ପ୍ରୋବାବିଲିଟି
प्रकार सैंपलिंग गोटे प्रकार सैंपल
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍ ଆମେ ଯାହା
एटा प्रोबेबल सैंपल एटा नॉन प्रोबेबल तो नो एटा प्रोबेबल एवरीबॉडी हैज a chance to be selected एटा नॉन प्रोबेबल
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
अच्छा तापर हम लिखिबा प्रोसीजर व्हाट प्रोसीजर shall be followed ताहले प्रथम कथा हला हमें a questionnaire shall be constructed or sorry attitude scale questionnaire sorry an attitude scale shall be constructed with the option strongly agree undecided disagree strongly disagree 5-point scale attitude scale shall be constructed with the options strongly agree undecided disagree strongly disagree. There shall be positive statements and also negative statements. For positive statement, for strongly agree, The credit will be given 4, agree 3, undecided 2, disagree 1, strongly disagree 0. When the negative statement will be given, then just a reverse way we have to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, the teaching profession is a noble profession, right? This is a positive statement. I hate the teaching profession. This is a negative statement. Do follow my point? The teaching profession is a noble profession. This is a positive statement. I hate the teaching profession. This is a negative statement. For strongly agree 0. For agree 1. Undecided 2. Strongly disagree 3. Strongly disagree 4. Okay. It is clear?
Yes, sir.
ଦୁଇଟା କଥା ବୁଝିଲ କି ନାହିଁ? ଆମେ ଧର
Yes, sir.
30ଟା ଆଇଟମ ଆମେ କରିବା, 30ଟା ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଲେଖିବା, 30ଟା ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟରୁ 15ଟା ପଜିଟିଭ ଦେବା, 15ଟା ନେଗେଟିଭ ଦେବା। ହେଲା ଗୋଟେ ସୁବିଧାଟେ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନଟା ଦେଖିବ ନାଇଁ ଠିକ ଠାକ କରିଛି। So the attitude scale shall be constructed with the help of experienced teacher and the faculty members of the education. Or ହେଲା ଯଦି ତମେ ନିଜେ ତିଆରି କରିବ, it is your own preparation. Or there are standardized tests available. You can also administer these standardized tests. There is no necessity of preparing the attitude scale. Clear? Standardized test କରିପାରିବ କିମ୍ବା ନିଜେ ତିଆରି କରିପାରିବ। ପରିଶ୍ରମ କମିଯିବ ଟିକେ ଆଉ କ'ଣ। କାହାକୁ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡାର୍ଡାଇଜ ଟେଷ୍ଟ କହିବା, କାହାକୁ ନନ୍ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡାର୍ଡାଇଜ ଟେଷ୍ଟ କହିବା। ତମ ଟେଷ୍ଟ ଯୋଉ କଲ ସେଟା ନନ୍ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡାର୍ଡାଇଜ ଟେଷ୍ଟ। The test which has a predetermined reliability and validity is called standardized test. Okay? The test having predetermined reliability and validity is called standardized test. The test which has no predetermined reliability and validity is not a standardized, non-standardized test. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Well, test construction.
Yes, sir.
Then how to administer the test? The test shall be administered on the teachers, and they shall be motivated that their responses will be kept secret, and it will be no way affect their promotion or the future career. Otherwise, they will not respond. And they will be requested to answer all the questions. Respond to all the questions. सरला administer करदला. Then the attitude, the answer sheets shall be collected and the scoring. Each answer sheet shall be scored. कारण भैल्यू आम देचे 4 3 2 1 0 बा 0 1 2 3 4 प्रत्येक बाहर जीवो कोन गोटे स्कोर बाहर जीवो हैला अर्बन को गोटे रखिबा गोटे पट रखिबा रूरल को गोटे पट रखिबा अर्बन मेल गोटे पट रखिबा फीमेल गोटे पट रखिबा रूरल मेल गोटे पट रखिबा फीमेल गोटे पट रखिबा ठीक है गोटे मिनिट Amazon. Amazon is Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Urban रखले rural रखले urban male female रखले rural male female रखले हैला बुझेला तापर आसिला analysis and interpretation or result and discussion बुझिबेला analysis analysis and interpretation or result and discussion any term that you can use बुझेला हैला after the
Again, sir.
it लिखिबा हमें analysis लिखिबा after the scoring of the answer sheets the mean and standard deviation shall be determined. Okay, mean and standard deviation. Then the standard error of mean shall be determined. Then critical CR value shall be determined.
Sir, CR value कौन?
Critical ratio कही कहनी कि तुमको
सर ना ये सर जानने दी
अब आर पीरियड कहि देबा इति एतिकल जानि जाओ हम आर आउट पीरियड त कहि हेते पछ को जहाँ डाउट अछि नेक्स्ट पीरियड सब दैट विल बी क्लैरिफाइड जहाँ डाउट अछि प्लीज डोंट हेजिटेट प्लीज आस्क so that that can be clarified.
Again, sir.
Then the testing of the hypothesis, that is on the basis of critical ratio value and the difference between mean, the significance of difference between mean shall be determined and the hypothesis shall be tested. तापर आसीबा डिस्कशन को. We have taken the hypothesis. So the hypothesis for the urban area, male teachers, female teachers, rural area, male teachers, female teachers. Shall be tested, shall be either rejected or retained on the basis of the analysis. So this is called T value. It is called T value will be applied, and the significance of the hypothesis shall be tested. एतिक लिखियो आ बेसी लिखियोनी कारण एटा दउछ तमे तो प्रपोजल टा खाली दउछ रिपोर्ट रे अधिक आसीबो रिपोर्टर को पसे देखिबा एतिक सरला परे तापरे कोन करबा हमें delimitation of the study. Delimitation of the study. Here we will write the study shall be limited to particular district. The study shall be limited to urban and rural area of the particular district. The study shall be limited to male and female teachers of urban and rural areas. The study shall be limited to either a primary school teacher or secondary school teachers. Clear? बुझी हला कि नहीं?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
बुझी हला. हेले एतिकी हला तमरो सिनॉप्सिस. सिनॉप्सिस कहिला एतिकी. 2-3 पेज रे सिनॉप्सिस करी कि देबो. तम रेस्पेक्टिव गाइड टू दस्खत करेबो. आगे प्रॉब्लम सिलेक्ट करेबो. एटा अप्रूव हला परे then you will proceed for the research report. हला? एतिक बुझिला त?
Again sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Oh.
sir, टिके गोटे question.
हाँ कौन को?
Sir, title of the problem and statement of the problem. ई दिटा
हाँ.
भितर कोन फरक अछि?
स्टेटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम ते टिकी हमें डेली ये कर देले कोन कहले त प्रॉब्लम ता ना लिखले एवं
Yes, sir.
तार टिके एक्सटेंसिव कले व्हाट डज इट मीन द टाइटल ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम कहले कोन बुझुचे हमें तको लिखले हमें
आगे
बुझिला
आगे
त
sir. आगे sir, thank you.
एकल टाइटल लिखले एठी टाइटल एठी दीटा कथा लिखले आउ कार कोन प्रॉब्लम होला सिनॉप्सिस प्रिपरेशन ऑफ सिनॉप्सिस रिसर्च प्रपोजल any problem or any doubt with anybody.
सर
हाँ
सर जो रिसर्च क्वेश्चन गुडा हमें नेले सेटा को टाइप रो क्वेश्चन रहबो केवल यस और नो टाइप ना
ना ना वेदर कम लगैल नहीं कि प्रथमरु वेदर लगैल नहीं कि whether there is positive attitude among the teachers or not, whether there is positive attitude among the female teachers and male teachers of urban areas, whether the positive attitude of the between male and female teachers towards their profession ta chhadiali profession of the rural area teachers लगेल नहीं कि मु सदाल मु कहिछि जे
आज्ञा सर
जहा रिसर्च क्वेश्चन नब से अनुसार ऑब्जेक्टिव हला देखो सीक्वेंस टा मेंटेन करथबो रिसर्च क्वेश्चन हमें जहा लिखिबा से को चाहिए कि ऑब्जेक्टिव नबा जहा ऑब्जेक्टिव लिखिबा से को ने चाहिए कि हाइपोथेसिस नबा जहा हाइपोथेसिस नबा से को चाहिए कि हमें टेस्टिंग ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस करिबा ये चारटा कथा सीक्वेंस टा होची तमे जे निजे बुझला तमे गाइडिंग भी बुझे परिबो गाइड बेले बेले मु देखि जे किछि गाइड अनभिज्ञ थांती से पढ़ी छिंदी सिना किंतु सिनॉप्सिस तैयारी करि परंती नाही तेणु से तुमको मना कर दिंदी टू बी द रिसर्च गाइड और द सुपरवाइजर एटा गोटे कारण विषय में बहाना करेंगे जे मोर समय नहीं इतने से इत्यादि सो तमे से कह तमे करि आनो मु देखिबी तमे ताल निजे करि दबो सिनॉप्सिस टा तमे निजे कर दबो तमे यदि बुझी गलो तमे निजे सिनॉप्सिस करि परिबो आर यू क्लियर
Again, sir.
हम
Again, sir.
अच्छा क्वालिटेटिव एटा क्वांटिटेटिव विशेष कथा गला हमें हैला क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च रे इंट्रोडक्शन रहइबो रिसर्च क्वेश्चंस रहइबो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स रहइबो किंतु हाइपोथेसिस रहइबो ना because you are not going with predetermined solutions to the problem. Suppose the behavior of the sex workers of a Bhubaneswar, for example, behavior of the convicted prisoners of a particular jail. तेणु से तुम इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल तैयारी करिवो इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल तैयारी करिकि तुम नेकी जीवो आ सब कथा को मन पचारि परिबो कि नै एबो रिपोर्ट करी आनिमो ताको एनालिसिस करी डिटेल स्टडी अबाउट द बिहेवियर अबाउट देयर एंटीसीडेंट्स काहे कि से आसीची कोन पे आसीची फ्यूचर प्लान तार कोन तमरा एबे चरित्र बदल लानी कि नहीं इत्यादि बहुत कथा आसो तुम निजे कले क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च जान परिबो किंतु सेठी हाइपोथेसिस कोन नबो हाइपोथेसिस निया जायनी समति हिस्टोरिकल रिसर्च रे हाइपोथेसिस निया जायनी दिस क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च हला समति हम धर एजुकेशनल फिलॉसफी ऑफ गांधी एंड इट्स रेलेवेंस सेठी हाइपोथेसिस नाही हम नबा तक बा देखिबा कोन रेलेवेंस रहउछ कि न रहउछ so in these cases only difference is there will be no hypothesis in the qualitative research okay जे पचारथिले मते क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च कथा हेलो could you understand or not
again sir
बुझला त सो आज एतिक रखिबा नेक्स्ट जो 8 तारिख अछि ना you come with all your questions and you one by one you ask the questions and that will be answered by me hela
again sir
Okay, sir.
sir research रे
last
जते
class
भी
20
क्वेश्चन
तारिख रे
पचारि
अछि।
होबडी
हां रिसर्च
सर रिसर्च रे जते क्वेश्चन पचारि
हां
रिसर्च
जरा
रे जते क्वेश्चन पचारि
किछि
again sir
नो प्रॉब्लम हां कोन कहला आ जण के कोन पचारथला लास्ट अछि 20 तारिख
आज्ञा सर 20 रे अछि सर
सिनॉप्स टा केन प्रिपेयर हो जानलो तो
आपण हमको सिलेक्टेड
गत वर्ष कोन क्वेश्चन पढछु म तो जानि नै मु जदियो खातारे कुतल मोर मन नाही नै मु
सर सेबा तो ऑनलाइन जाउली समस्त चाहिले
हां
काढी
तो
पारे
ये नेट रो काढ
प्रीवियस
दो ना काढ देला मु कह दिबी
आज्ञा
थैंक यू वेरी मच
थैंक यू सर
Thank you, sir.
thank you sir
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.